Okay, so today I'm going to discuss this locator part, like how we can use CSS selector to create our own locator. So for that, what I will do, let's say jump to the any particular site. So let's say I'm going to the Flipkart, and I want to inspect, few XPath. So let's say I want to type anything into the search box, and for that definitely I want to write the XPath or using this CSS selector of this particular element. So for that, what I will do, I will just go and right click and inspect here. So while you will do the inspect, you can see this HTML code in the right side, right? And here we have the like properties of, you can see this blue color highlighted, right? So we have the different property of this particular element, and let's see, we have the input tag and type equal to text. We have class as well, we have title as well, right? So I will just make a note which all things we can use for the CSS, this locator part. So let's see, the first thing I can use using class. So how I will write the this CSS selector using class. So if there is any class, you can, what you can do, you can do write with a dot and then class name, dot class name. So what does it mean? I will tell you. So here you can see what is the class here, this one, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just going to copy this one and I will find here, and let's say I'm putting here, you can see it's highlighting, correct? Here, the yellow color.
Oh, you put it there. Okay.
Yes, and you can see in the left side also this, once I will tapping the enter, you can see this particular box will be also highlight. So you can see here, right?
Yeah.
So basically we need to use dot before this. So that is the good practice, and that sometimes without dot it will not work. So I started with a dot and that class name. So that's how we use into Cypress, and it will work it out. So with the class name I have did it right now. uh, 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 so this is basically this is the place where I can find out the XPath. So if you want to like be specific to the CSS selector only, for that you need to install this CrowPath. So this is just a plugin. So for that, what you have to do, you have to just go here and search this CrowPath for the Chrome, and you can find it out here, right? The CrowPath. And you can see I have already here, so that's why it's saying remove from the Chrome. If you are like, it is new for you, so you will get the like add for the Chrome something tab here. So once you click it here, it will, this plugin will be added to your Chrome browser. The same things you can
Sorry,
do.
why are we installing CrowPath?
Yeah, so if you want to be specific to this CSS selector, so CrowPath
Uh-huh.
is basically help you to find out. Let's say I'm selected CrowPath, and here we have like different way, so CSS selector or absolute XPath, or so this is also kind, it will help you to write the basically the XPath at all.
Okay.
So let's say I've selected this CSS selector, and CSS selector, once I type, you can type your CSS selector here. So let's say I'm using this, the same thing here, and I'm making it, let's say I will remove this and making enter. So you can see excuse me. So you can see here one element is matching, correct, the message coming, and once you will
Mm-hmm.
hit enter, and here also you can see it's highlighted permanently, correct.
Mm-hmm.
So this will help you to figure it out, the XPath or the CSS selector. So we have different option here, but we'll focus on to CSS selector only because we need CSS selector. Got it?
So I got this. What I didn't understand was you were able to do that without the CrowPath selection also, right? When you were putting it where we normally in Selenium we find the XPath above this one. So what
Yes.
is the added advantage of CrowPath then?
Yes. So sometimes what will happen, a few CSS selector, it will not support here.
Okay.
So that time, like if you are using this, you can get, okay, the zero element is coming or five element is coming, and it will highlight the proper way. So you see, the both functionality is kind of same, but it is specific to this CSS selector, so it will help you on that way.
Okay.
Fine. Now, so this with the help of class, you got it right. And if you there is one another way. So this was the first way with the class. So once again, let me clarify this one. So using class name, we have different ways. So the first was with the dot class name, and second one will be tag name dot class name. So tag name, let's see, tag dot class name. So what does it mean? So let's say here tag is input, right? So if I'm using input before this and in making enter, you can see still this element is highlighting, correct? So now the question is why this, if without input also it is working, then why required input? So sometimes what will happen, we have, like two element with the same class name. So that time if we'll use only dot class name, so what will happen? It will highlight both element, correct? But if you want to be specific, that time, if the tag name is different for both elements, then you can use the tag name dot class name. So if I'm using, let's say input, it will go to here. Let's see, we have another element with the same class name, but something is as a tag name. Let's say button is the tag name and the class name is same. So like in that way, we can differentiate between the elements. So it is totally depend on our requirement. Okay. So this was the class name. Second thing is the ID. So how we can write with the ID? So let's see with the ID. How we can do this? Not sure. Okay, leave this part. So let's say I'm writing ID, and with the ID, how I can achieve it? So we need to write this has and ID name. So this is the way of writing with the ID. So we'll figure it out if any ID is present here for any element. So let's say I've been using this card and inspect it. Not here. View all. So we need to figure it out. Where is the ID? Let's see ID. Yeah. Not this.
No, that's not.
So we'll see like in our practical time, if any ID will come, I will tell you. So basically how you use the class name, you can use with the ID name, and what you have to do, has ID name. Okay. The third way of the writing XPath is using attribute value. Attribute value. So what is that? Again, I will go here and I will write inspect here, and you can see here we have two attributes. One is the name equal to Q, and we have one placeholder equal to search of the product, correct? So let's say I want to use with the attribute value placeholder. So what I will do, I will copy this one. I will come here and I will put this bracket, attribute value is equal to placeholder, and here I will assign the value. So as value is this particular string. So you can see here one element is matching, correct? And it is highlighting as well here. Yes. So this is the way with the help of attribute value. And again, we can use the tag name here if it's required. So let's see if I want to use with the input. Still it is working, right? So this is the way with the attribute. So how I have achieved? So what you have to do, either directly you have to write here attribute equal to their value. And the second way is tag and then attribute equal to value. So this is the third way of writing our locators. Fine. Now what is the next? Let me
Value
see.
is in double quotes, right? In both the cases.
We can use the both, like single quote and double quote. So again, like when you have to use double quote and when you have to single quote, I will tell you. So
Okay.
basically, once you will write your Cypress command, okay. So let me open my Visual Studio. Yeah, here. Let's say I'm going to open folder. Yeah. So once you write this cypress.widget, okay. So that time, what you have to do, you have to write inside this code right here. So let's see if I'm using single quote, it will work. Let me check. Yes, it will work. So if outside, if you are using single quote, okay. So let's say this is the example, and I want to use, this value, like I'm using this tag, and then let's say some attribute equal to their value. So if you are using outside the single quote, then inside you have to use the double quote, or the same thing you can write in this way. So I'm using the single quote. So you can see right now it's error showing, correct? So let's say again I'm using here single quote, but again it will the confusion. So outside what I have to do, I have to use double quote. Got it? Because the Cypress or the Java will not understand. So in the Selenium also we use the same concept. So if you use everywhere the single quote, like it will not able to differentiate, okay, where it is started and where it is finished. So let's say I'm using everywhere single quote. What will happen?
Yeah,
Let's say
but why are you even using single quote outside of the square brackets? Have we covered that? I don't know. I'm getting confused with the syntax.
okay, wait. Let's so in the Cypress, if you want to write any command, you have to use in this way, and here you have to write your locator. So let's say
Okay.
I'm using the class name dot class. So this will
Okay.
also work, but once it will coming to this one, if I'm going to write that our locator in this way, like attribute equal to value. So that time we have to use this bracket, correct?
Yes.
So the complete thing will come inside this.
Single quotes.
Yes, single quote or double quote, whatever you want, you can use. So like it should, we should put in as a string here, okay. So either single quote or either double quote. Let's see if I'm using double quote here. So in both way we can write the Cypress command, okay. Now it is your
But if you
choice.
put single quotes, was it giving an error?
So no, see, this is the two, like I have put it the single quote and here I put a double quote, okay.
Right.
So this is the two example, right? So here
Yeah.
outside I've put it the double quote. So inside I've used single. If I outside I'm using single, then inside you have to use double, because right now it's showing error, correct?
Got it.
So here you have to use double quote, and
Okay.
so this way we can make it cool. Yeah. Now, okay, I will remove this. So this was the way of writing our locator. Let me see if I missed anything. Locator, yes. Yeah, so this one done. And again, yes, one more thing, what I was trying to say here. So sometimes what you will see, the class name will be very big, and like there will be a space between the class name. So let's say I'm going to use by now. class name, this one, this is the data key. You have to figure it out. So see, I will tell you basically what I want to say. So if I copy this particular, not one, this one. So let's see this, let's see for this one I am telling. So let's say I will inspect this one, and here the class name is this one, right? By default. But sometimes what you will see, like class name will be like this, and then they will write a b something, then they will write 3 4. So this, let's say this is the class name. So if you are using dot here, still the this class like locator will not work. Why? Because there is a space between like in the complete class name. So that time what you have to do, even if it is a space, what I will do, I will remove this space and I will put dot. Got it?
Okay.
So this is the way we you have to write with the help of class. Like there should be no gap between class name. So if it is like two correct word, you have to combine with the dot. So this is one another way, like class name here is right. So I will write here no space with class name. Remove space and put dot. Got it? So this is the another way. Now here is there, then tag name already I've covered. Yes, and this is now the fourth way. Like sometimes what happened, if you want to move from parent to child. So parent to child, what does it mean? I will tell you. So let's see. Again I'm going here only. I'm writing inspecting here. So here the div, and let's see I use this class. Okay, yeah, that example also I got. The class name I was telling, right? There's some space. So you can see here there is some space, I guess, here or not. Yes, we have. So if you use dot here and again dot here, it will work. Got it? So what I did, I just copied this one. One second. I copied this class name and I put it here. Let's say I will use this CSS selector and I will make it enter. You can see 0 element, correct? Now what I will do, I will put here dot and I will remove this this space and again I will put it dot, and if I make it enter, so you can see now one X, correct? So what I did, I just removed the space and I put it dot. So this is the way you have to write with the class name. Now I was talking about shifting from parent to child. So I have used this this locator. I have used this locator, right? This class, and I want to move from here to here. So let's see, this is find. Okay, so this is actually highlighting same where, but it is going inside. You can see, right? Or let's say from here, I want to go more inside or something else. Let's see div here. Yeah, I will use this one. Then you can have better clarity what I want to say. Yeah, so you can see it's highlighting the outer box, correct?
Correct.
Now I want to go from here to inside. So in that way, in the Selenium, how we achieve this one, we used to write this slash, and then we have to write the tag name of the child. But here slash will not work. So what you have to do, you have to just put a space here, and then you can move from here to form. So let's say form is the tags. I will write form, and you can see it's matching with the form. If I'll go more inside, so from form you can go to div, right? So again I write div and scan more inside, and again if I can, okay, so we reached up to form, we reached up to this div. Again I want to go more inside, I will write again one more div, and then there is input. So let's say I put it input as well. So you can see we reach the inside. If you'll remove this one, you will go, you can see here like in the left side it will highlight outer board. border. So this is the another way to writing the locator. So when we use this concept, so let's see if I want to achieve this search box here, and I'm not able to write like whatever the properties it is given, like that is not working properly. So that time what you have to do, you have to move from parent to child. So let's say this XPath is working, like this locator is working, but this child one is not working. So we have to move from here to here. So this is the fourth way to writing our locator into with the help of CSS selector. Got it? And yeah, you can ask.
So why will that class name not work here? LOZ3PU.
It will work, right?
That is for the whole box, right?
Yes. So let's see. So what is your question? Come again, please. I didn't get exactly.
So my question is, why are we having to move from parent to child for this example?
No, not for this example, but I'm saying in case if it's not working. So let's say I want to write the XPath of this one, or I want to this locator, but in case like the class name is not available here, or some unique property is not here, and we are not able to write directly with the help of this properties. So that time we have to move from parent to child. Got it? So it will come in the your real life scenario. Like once you will go with the
if you can show like a real example, this one. Okay.
So that's I'm telling, right? We don't know like when we like in this flip card which element I'm not able to find. Like I don't know, right? So once this the real life scenario will come, only then we can write. So you should know the way of writing this XPath. Simple.
Okay.
So if this ID is not working or this property is not working, so that time you can move from parent to child in this way. So you should know the concept only. Got it? Yeah.
Yes.
Any question, Rolly?
No, I am able to correlate it.
Okay, good. So this is the thing. Then we have covered up to this. So I guess like if you have a idea about this 4 or 5 concept, you can easily write the the any locator XPath or the CSS selector. Okay.
Do you mind taking one more for the parent to child? I just want to see like one more example that you can show.
Okay.
So basically, I don't know your name. Sorry. Basically, suppose you have so many, like if you are creating a dashboard, suppose, and there is a lot of report. So in that scenario, what will happen? The dashboard class name would be the same for everyone. So if you want to select 5th or 8th child, that time you will not be able to find by the child. You have to add the parent, and parent would be the dashboard. Am I right, Sumant? If
yeah, it's kind. So I'm giving the real scenario here. So you can see here, if I'm going to this class, it is highlighting this element, correct?
Correct.
If I'm going to here, it is highlighting this element, correct? So you can see this class name is the same for everyone.
Yes.
So if you write the, let's see, I'm using this class name and I'm using list dot this class name. You can see there are 9 elements present here, correct?
Correct.
So, but in this case also, like even we have to use this index one, or basically this is not the correct example, but yes, now if I select this class, so you can see it's highlighting the complete border, correct? So what I will do, I will use this class and there is some space, so I will remove this space, then dot. So we can see we have one element and it's highlighting the complete thing, correct? Now I want to reach from this like parent to this child. So this is the mobile is the child for this, right? So inside that, if I'll move anywhere, this all will be child class basically. So from here, I can directly using a space, and if I'll write div, scan at the first element. So in this, so this is the way you have to go from parent to child.
Okay, so space instead of forward slashes.
Yes, yes. And either you can use this one also, like this symbol will also work. Either a space or this symbol.
Yes.
So yes, yes. Now you can see, if you are using this symbol, it is highlighting only one element. So
yeah, I was not sure about this symbol because when I was working with Cypress, directly I was searching for the element through Cypress. I was getting this symbol, the
Yes, yes. Like through the runner, Cypress runner.
correct.
Yes,
Yes. So
yes.
that time I saw this, but I was not sure why I'm seeing this. So
Yes.
now I can correlate that why I'm seeing.
But again, like we have some difference between space and this symbol. So once I'm using this one, it's highlighting only one element, right? Correct? You can see.
Yeah.
But if I'm using this space, we can get all elements. So I guess a space will work as a double slash. So have you idea about double slash and single slash concept in the Selenium?
Mm.
So if you are using double slash, I will tell you. So if you are using double slash, that time after this parent, it will find out the all child. Okay, so that's why it is showing 37 element, right? We are a one of 37. If I'm making enter, it will go to next, then next, then next, like that. Got it?
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
a space will work as a double slash, and in Selenium also double slash means after the parent, it will find out, you know, like it will go every child with that properties. So that's why we have element is more. But if I'm using the singles, you know, like this symbol, so it will go to the first element only. So like it will like directly the first one. It will not go everywhere. Got it? So you can
Okay.
see here
Yeah.
we have only one element. So again, like it's just a concept, and once you required into your real scenario, you can use like this space or this one, and who like whatever will work for you, you can use that. Got it?
Okay.
Now we have one more concept called nth child. So nth child into Cypress. Let me see what is the concept here. Nth child. Where is that? Okay, I will tell you about this one also. Force equal to true. Let me copy this. This is also good concept. And I was searching about nth child, right? So nth child, where is that? Let me search again. Nth child. Yes, this is the concept of nth child basically. So what is this nth child? I will tell you. So basically, sometimes what happened, as I write the XPath in the Flipkart, right? Let's see this class. I'm using this. Okay, I'm using this fashion, and we can see we have. Okay, so this is the class here, and if I will click here, it will highlight complete one. One second, let me try with another one. Okay, so inspect this. Again, it's highlighting here. So we are here, and hey, what is this? Yeah. So let's see if I'll use this particular class. So we have, you know, like many element with the same class name. So let's say I'm using this dot and class name. We can see 9 element, correct? One of 9. So that time, if you use this nth child concept, I guess it will work. Let me see. Because sometimes you have to use index, sometimes you have to use this one. So let me see how this is going. Yes, you can see it's now it's highlighting only one element, correct? And this is very good concept, you know, like it will definitely require into your real project. So let's say I'm using 5 or 4, or it directly move to third element, correct?
But how will we know how will we know which child do we need? Like,
Yes, so that I will also tell you. So this
okay.
concept you got right. So if we have, let's say before it was 9 element,
Mhm.
before it
Yes.
was 9 element, and that time if I use nth child, and after that I just using indexing, it's a tried like I started highlighting the unique element, correct?
Mhm.
So yeah, again that is the good question, like how I will come to know, okay, which properties I need to use here, correct? So
Correct.
for that, what you have to do, let's see, these all are coming into one bucket. So let's see if you'll go to travel, and if you write inspect this one, so here you can see which one highlighted. One second, let me remove this, and I've used this one and inspect this. So you can see here it's highlighting here, correct? Now what you have to do, you have to go upper one, like one by one. So you just close this, then again you close this, again you go upper, you close this, again you go here and you can close this. So now you can see there is some similar fashion kind of thing, and you can see the same class, this class is same, this class is same, this class is same, right?
Mhm.
So the thing is, like they use kind of, the bucket container, and inside, so which is the main bucket. So this is the main bucket basically, and if you'll click
Mhm.
here, it will highlight the complete bucket, correct?
Mhm.
And once we'll go slowly inside, so inside the bigger bucket, they have defined 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 9 element they have defined in the similar fashion. Why it is similar? Because if you remove this mobile fashion every name, so for then it is like it is a bigger bucket, and we have 1 2 3 9 element, like a smaller, it is the similar one, right? It like it has only the type is different. So here is the mobile, here is the fashion, here the electronics, but the architecture
Mhm.
will be the same for every element, correct?
Right.
Okay.
So while they develop the code, so that's why they have written the same class. And if you go again inside, then you will see the different URL inside that. So that's why they have mentioned the same architecture for like all element present inside this bigger bucket. So we have same class for everyone. We have like other properties also, like kind of the same for everyone, but you will go again inside that, then you will see the difference. So here we have the URL. So this URL will be differ for every element. You can see this is the URL different, this is the different URL. Again you will go inside, you can see some image, or here you can see the mobile, and again you will go here, you can see the fashion. Got it? So you have to pick, okay, which element is the similar for every like what which property is similar for all element present here. So that's why you have to go one by one up, and after some time like you will get to know, okay, these all are the 9 locator present inside the main class.
So in your nth locator, you gave the number, like for example, I don't know, you said
Yeah,
one, two, three, but
anything. So let's say
travel,
I'm using this.
right? But
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
so
go
you
ahead.
clicked on say travel, right? So that
Mhm.
is sixth locator, but travel, they could change. Tomorrow it could be seventh locator. So aren't we hard coding the locator index in the code?
Yes, so I am just like teaching you the concept how you can
Okay.
achieve the things. I'm not like recommend you go in this way.
Okay.
I'm just
Mhm.
teaching you the concept, but yes,
Of how
sometimes it
you,
will required, because what will
okay.
happen, you will not find some unique properties, and let's see we have only one class, like that is the
Mhm.
attribute value here, and the class is also similar for all locators. So that time you have to go in this way only. You will not have any another option.
Okay.
Got it? So this is just a
Yep.
concept I'm teaching you. Good.
Mhm.
Now this was done, and there is one more concept that I will show you once I will write the like this test case. So that things also I will, let me try. I will launch this Flipkart first, and then I will using this a class. Okay, so I will use the same class. Okay, and I will first, let me open my Visual Studio, and then we have this Flipkart something, somewhere I've written Flipkart. Okay, and I will use here our attribute and dot get dot click. So what I'm going to write here, Cypress dot get and then I will use the same class name. And I have not used the nth locator here. Okay.
Mhm.
So what will happen? Basically, it should highlight the 9 element, correct? And that time it will Cypress will get confused. Okay, which element I need to select. So this one I use, and then I will give EQ, and I will write, let's see, 5. Let me see. Sometimes it works, sometimes not work. So you have to find it out like the correct way, like which one will work. So dot click, and this one, and this one I want to comment. Okay, so what I've done, I launched the Flipkart site, and I took this X path or this locator with the help of this class, and I want to click like anyone. So here I use the index, see, EQ concept, right? Indexing. So basically it should go to the 5th element and it should click. So let me see, it's working or not working. We have some issue here, or what? Why this speaker got changed? Okay, so Cypress.open, then yeah, so Flipkart attribute, this one was the test case basically. So let me see it's working or not. We have some issue inside. Okay, we have some bracket missing here. Okay, so here the bracket is missing, and cypress.get.it. Okay, we have extra bracket here, so we have to comment this one as well. That's why it was showing error. So once I saved it, you can see automatic is started working. Yes, so you can see it's click to travel, right? And here also you can check. So this is the, like a very good concept into runner. If you'll go one by one, you can see what's happening exactly in the right side. So this was the click. So you can see the 5th element, and here you can see one option called before and after, I guess. Yes. So I use the click concept, correct? Here, this is the method which I've used. And after tapping to this click, you can see here like 2 options, before and after. So what was the before and what was the after? So let's say I'm clicking to before. You can see it's trying to click some element here. You can see this highlighted point, correct? And if I click to after, what happened after? So after clicking, it's trying to figure out, like it moved to next page basically. So it's taking some time, and that time the Cypress taken the screenshot. So if you go here, you can see this space got opened. That is the travel, right? And if I'll validate from here, so travel was the 5th element. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I will tell you this EQ concept will work with the 0 index. So if I'm using 5, that means it will click to the 6th element. If I'll use 0, okay, somewhere I did wrong. Okay, here. So if I will put it here 0, it will go and it will click the first element. So it is something called indexing. Is what is the issue?
There is one extra bracket or
Oh, here,
less
yeah.
bracket.
Is it? No, no, no.
Yeah.
I guess I missed. I removed something from here. Yeah, this is this. So let's see. I will put here 0 and save it, and you can come in. So this time we should click the first element, right? So our test case got passed. So what is the first element? Okay, you can see highlighting. Here is highlighting the mobile, correct? Here. You can see, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
I can see.
it's click the first element. Again, if I want to go to the second element, you have to use the 1. So this is the concept of indexing.
So EQ will work from 0 and nth child starts from 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine. And if you'll go here again, you can see it's highlighting the fashion, right? So this is the different way to, like finding your locator, and you can play with the locator. So this was the concept here. So any confusion till now?
No.
Okay. So what I have
I
covered.
have one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a question.
Mhm.
So suppose if we are using any child, and I think she already asked the question, but I just want to make sure.
Mhm.
So suppose we use this in a child or equal, and whatever is the suppose we just wrote 6 7 names, and on the number fifth name, some
Mhm.
name is coming, suppose like mobile or anything, and
Mhm.
it is deleted. That time the test case will fail.
Yes, definitely it will fail, because we are using, kind of, like it's the relative XPath only. So we
Mhm,
pick up some parent, and from there we are moving to child. But
mhm.
so how are we, like, what is the priority? You have to focus on that. So the first priority, you have to go with this. Where is that, our notes here? So this is our first priority. Like either you have to use the class name, or some ID name, or some unique property you have to use. So this is
Yeah.
our priority. If that is not working, that time you have to go with the attribute value, and even that is also not working, then you have to go with the NS child or the like EQ concept.
So, but
Yeah,
in
it will
case
fail. I
if
got
the
your I
name,
got your question. It will definitely fail if the some element they have removed.
so how
But
will we handle that?
so that's I'm telling you, we don't have options. So we have to figure out with like dot class or ID or something. So we have to find
Is
this one.
there not a concept of looping? Like in Selenium, you can loop until you get a certain value
Yes, we
and
have.
then you click
Yes,
on. Okay.
yes, we have that concept as well. So
Okay.
for that, what we can do, yeah, so that is also a good concept. But again, like for clicking one element, if you are using, like a method, like you have created a method, so that is, I will not recommend that one. I will tell you how we can achieve that one. So let's see, where the flip card here. So let's see, I've used one class, okay, and we have this 9 element, right? So what I can do, I will try to iterate this one, like every element one by one, and I will match, okay, like once the text is fashion, that time it will click to here. So that concept we have. Got it? Or still confusion?
No, got the
Speaking.
concept, but you'll show us
Yeah,
later,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
how
I,
to
I,
do.
I will
Okay.
definitely, like once we learn.
Syntax is what drives me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
No, no. So the concept is the same one. Like what you have to use, you have to use the for loop, and let's see, it could be the 10 element or 9 element, doesn't matter. So what it will do, it will go every element one by one, and there I will write the condition. Okay, so once I reach the first element, I will use this dot get text, and I will validate with the mobile. So let's say I want to click to fashion. So it went to the first element, and that time it validated. So here is the mobile, but we use the fashion. So this comparison got failed. So it will again go to the next. Then it will try to compare with the fashion. So it's matches. So we get the return value as a true, boolean true, and that time it will go and click here. So this is the concept. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So this was done. Now handling individual element with the Cypress by understanding logs. Yes, so what does mean, I will tell you. So sometimes what happen, we can see 9 element here. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, so sometimes what happens, see right now you can see it's highlighting 9 element, and you can see 9 element here, right? But sometimes what happen, it will highlight you, let's say 12 element, but here you can find out only 9 element, and 3 element will be somewhere else. Okay, and that time if you want to do the validation, right? So once I will start this, what is that, assertion. So once I will start the assertion, so let's see, you have to validate, okay, how many element it is coming here. So let's see, basically it should come 9, but let's see 3 element is invisible and you can't see. And so for as per our understanding and whatever we are seeing into UI, it should 9 element, right? But with the XPath, let's say it is 12 element, and that time our XPath test case will get failed, right? Because if I will validate with the only 9 element, but basically it is the total 12 element and 3 element is like somewhere inside our page with the same class. So how you will we can get that one? So for that also we use the Cypress runner, and if any test case will get fail here, I will tell you. So simple, I will go to this Visual Studio and I will write this. Okay, I want to invoke this one. Dot should have, so dot, then should, then have dot length, and I'm writing here 5. Let's see. So let's see how this is working. So let it fail first, then I will explain it. So you can see here this message in the left side. So what is written is telling, first I will tell you what I have done into the code, then you will relate. So what I did, I just launched the Flipkart site. I went there and I get an element with this class, and I'm doing the writing the assertion. So this is the easiest way to doing assertion, like in the single code. So I'm writing, okay, I want to get element, and I have written the assertion like dot should have dot length 5, means the number of element with this particular class should have 5. So that is my expectation, and I have executed. But here you can see expected to have length 5. So this was my expectation, but he got 9 element. Got it? So that's why our test case got failed. But let's see if I'll put it here 9. This time this test case will get passed. So you can see my expectation was also 9, and here also get into 9 element into the page. So that time it got passed. So sometimes what happened, like 9 element will present here, and like one element will be somewhere invisible, we can't see. So what we'll think, okay, we have only 9 element, so here it should come 9 only, right? That time our test case will get fail. And here you can see exactly, okay, like I was accepting this 9 element, but one element is invisible somewhere. Got it? So like later on, like once we'll go more into the assertion and writing the test case, so I will tell you like some more concepts. So that time what you can do, there is some concept called dot visible. So whatever the visible element will present, it will count only that one. So like we have to play with this code basically. So this was the first assertion. So like this should, we have multiple assertion. I can show you here. Yeah. So in this way, let's see, should have dot length, and should include, then should have a string as well, should have class also, then get. So this will I will explain you in the brief in the next lecture, but I will tell you like these all are the assertion. Like so let's see what will the requirement here. This is the Flipkart site, and I want to validate this travel is present or not. So what I will write, I will go here, and so what is the index? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the sixth index, right? So what I will do, I will write here dot eq, and then I will write this fifth index, and dot should have, and here I will write the text. So let's see it's working or not. text from here. This I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 travel, right? So travel, I will inspect, and what I will do, I will copy this travel. So let's see what it is throwing. So I will put here string. So let's see it's working or not. So it's okay. The chainer have is a language chainer provide improve the reality of the assertion, not an actual assertion. So please provide a valid assertion. So this is not working. So I will explore like about this assertion later. And like we have multiple way to finding this assertion. So I will like whatever things I've written here, right? I will explore, like tell you one by one in the next lecture. So any confusion till now, like whatever, like about the locator concept or the EQ or the child, anything?
No,
No, no.
what's a good website to practice just getting CSS locators?
You can go with your application. That will the best way. So
Okay.
it will help you to like get some real real project challenge as well. So this is something okay I have taken from the Flipkart and all, but on which project you are going to work, better go from there.
So
So
our application.
yes, and whatever the concept you have learned, you try to implement there, because at the end the goal is that, right? You should be able to work on your application.
Okay.
So that we like help you to understand about your application also. And let's see there, if you are like finding any challenge, okay, I'm not able to find the X path of this particular element, that time we can like figure out some more solution, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so this all was like about this locator concept, and like a small assertion I have also seen. So in the next lecture I will tell you like more about, we will talk about more into the assertion part, and then we'll move to the the advanced like writing the test case and all.
Okay. Sounds
Fine
good.
then. Like anything else?
Um, when are we meeting next?
Sorry.
When do you want to have the next class?
So let's see if I can make it tomorrow, or like I will otherwise from the Monday we can do. If tomorrow not,
Sure.
then from Monday.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Monday for US or Monday for our time?
Okay. So definitely it will be Monday from the US time, because on the weekend, like
Yeah.
everybody have their
Sunday.
different way. So Monday from the US time only. So I guess for us
So
it will be Tuesday morning.
Okay.